What's happening, sports fans? We hope this finds you well. Hope you're at home helping flatten the curve so everybody can get back to playing sports, just like our next top recruit, Garret Ostrander from Del Norte High School, who has now committed to Cal Baptist University to play baseball. He's staying in California because we're the best at baseball. It's what we are. It's what we're good at. So thank you so much for joining us, my man. Congratulations on the commitment. Now, if memory serves, you were our very first interview we did before we even really knew that this was shut down. I think we talked to you like that Friday or Saturday after everyone had kind of been sent home. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, it was the Friday right when school got canceled.
Yeah, so I want to say that stuck out of my mind because at that point we were talking about how the rain was the biggest issue and how you were hoping that the rain would dry up, and then whoops. None of us knew this was coming. Yeah, something bigger was coming. But also since then and now, you had not decided on where you were going to go to college to play baseball. So let's talk about that commitment, man. Congratulations. What changed?
So for me, the recruiting process, the dead period for the NCAA ended on March 1st. So it gave schools, obviously I was talking to some schools before that, but it gave schools basically 15 days before, the season got canceled. So within that 15 days, I had a lot of schools come out and watch me, and I had a lot of schools who didn't get the opportunity to come watch me yet. So it put me in a really tough position because I kind of looked at it like, okay, like here are my options right now. I have a few other schools that, I could potentially, if I waited out, could see what they have to offer. But it put me in a really tough spot. But I was happy with the decision I made. It was a good fit.
So why that decision? Talk about why Cal Baptist.
So yeah, honestly, they're a really good up and coming program in Division One. They've been in a few years. In their first year, they won the conference titles. So there's a lot of really good things going on there. We have a great recruiting class this year coming in with a lot of top ranked guys. So it just seemed like a really good fit for me.
There was a video, or you posted a photo on Twitter of you celebrating your commitment, and we'll bring that up on screen right now. Everyone gets some sort of fanfare, the nice little setup. You got it with the table and all the hats and everything, but you had to do it from your driveway. So credit to you for still wanting the whole experience, and I appreciate that. But a little anticlimactic signing that in your driveway? Or did it still feel good?
I was still happy. There's a lot of good things about it. Obviously, it wasn't ideally what I expected my signing day to be like. But I made the best of it. That's, I tried to be creative. That's all you can do right now.
So I love asking everybody that comes on with us because no two people have the same route to college. Everyone has a kind of a different path. You're talking about how you needed a 6-game season your senior year to get some sort of looks. Other people are recruited their 8th grade year. But for you, I mean, what's guidance, advice, tips, a perspective on just the whole recruiting process and stuff you would say to your younger self or to younger kids in general?
So for me, I mean, I went through the whole recruiting circuit. I played with a very good travel ball team, the San Diego Show, over the summer, and we went to a lot of events and a lot of got a lot of schools to look at me, got a lot of eyes on me, and that was really good. But for me, I think it's you can't just rely on a school to come out and expect yourself, oh, I'm going to hit 2 doubles today and get a scholarship offer. That's not really how it works for all people. You have to work for yourself. So sending a lot of emails to coaches, that's something I always prided myself on doing. And then also using Twitter. I use Twitter a lot to my advantage. I got tons and tons of schools looking at me, contacting me because of just me posting videos, tagging the right people to the recruiting, like PBR, California, different recruiting services and stuff. And I used that to my advantage. They retweeted it and they had a lot of following from college coaches, and that's kind of how it worked for me. I think definitely Twitter was huge.
I'm looking at your Twitter. I'm trying to pull up your Twitter right now. Do you have this? You have the same Twitter pic as your Instagram pic, your profile, right? That cool little edit you got.
Oh no, I think it's a different one. I think I changed it.
The one that you have on. Oh no, you don't. You just have a photo of you. So I wanted to bring up the one that you have on your Instagram. Is that a Cushing's creation?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. That was original Christian Creations. I think it was about a little over a year ago. he came to me, said, "Hey, you want me to do an edit for you?" I was like, "Sure." Like, go to work and give him a few pictures, and he's super talented in what he does.
Dude's the real deal, right?
He is,
Unbelievable.
100%.
I mean, and he's a decent baseball player. Like
Yeah, he can do it all. He's great with the
this
camera
isn't his
edits.
interview though. I just wanted to give him a little bit of love. We're not.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
turning into the whole Cushing Creations interview. That'll be at another day. I want to hit you with some rapid fire baseball questions that I like to ask everybody. So just give me your knee jerk react, just honest opinions here. Top 3 seed flavors.
Wow. Dill pickle, ranch, and then mm, I guess cracked pepper, maybe. I don't know.
Pinstripes, yes or no?
Yes, 100% pinstripes.
Weirdest
Best.
superstition you've ever seen in a dugout or clubhouse?
Oh, weirdest superstition.
Baseball players are weird, man.
Not changing socks, probably.
From
or
you or
not
from
box.
someone else? You're gonna plead the fifth there? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth on that one. I might have done that. Hitting streaks.
Hey, it's real, man. It's scientifically proven that if you don't change your socks during a hitting streak,
It works.
It does work. Favorite celebration? Are you a get to second to do this? Are you the chop guy? Are you a bat flip? Like what's your favorite baseball type little one of those?
So this year we kind of came up with our own thing on doubles and triples too, but mainly on doubles we would go down on a knee and kind of go like this.
Oh, do the
Point
little
to the
like the
dugout.
strong. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was our thing. We did the chop last year, but I think this was more original. This was, the chop's obviously the Padres kind of thing, and it's great, but I think, we got creative this year and we had a good time with it.
Fair enough. Now I've seen you kind of doing this a little bit. Play with the hair.
Yeah,
Obviously,
the
you're
hair.
a man of the flow. You have a nice head of lettuce up there. It's getting long for everybody though. Before our interview, you were telling us though that you let Dad attempt to cut it. Walk us through that process. How did Dad break it down for us? Let us see.
So my dad, we kind of got bored and we were just talking like, oh, like, we got to cut our hair eventually. So he looked at some videos and I was like, what if I've always wanted to just kind of shave the side or whatever, just for fun. I was like, no one's going to see me. Like, at the time I was like, I'm not, I wasn't planning on doing any interviews or anything. So I just had him get to work. He saw some YouTube videos and shaved the side. I mean, he did
Okay.
he didn't do a bad job for him. He's no barber, but he did the job. And
Is your dad within earshot right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if Dad does come into the room at any point, we want to get his opinion on how he thinks it went. Because I'd like to know, if you've never cut hair before and then you go to start cutting hair, is it a nerve-wracking experience or not? Like that seems like something that would terrify me.
Well, at the start, I was like, "Oh no!" Like it looked bad at first. I was like, "He's like, no." He was really calm. He's like, "No, don't worry." He was like, that's what I thought. I was, because it's my dad. I trust him and all, but like, you never know what's gonna happen. There's no experience there. So he got to work. He's like, "Don't worry, it's gonna be fine." I was like, "It looks really bad right now," and he's like, "Don't worry."
Okay, so you got a little bit cut there. Is there going to be more? Are you going to just eventually, like, if this goes another month of staying at home, are you just going to buzz it at some point? Will you let Dad take some scissors to it? What is the critical red line point?
So the thing is, he just used just the the buzz, the shave, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just buzzed the sides. We thought about scissors, and I don't know if I'm at the point right now where I trust him with the scissors.
yeah. So that's what I'm asking. If it gets down past your eyes, onto the shoulders, is there a critical mass point where you're just like, I cannot do this anymore. I have to have a haircut?
I think the back might go next. It's getting really long, and if it gets past here, it's gonna have to go.
Okay, fair
sadly.
enough. Now, see, because I think that people are starting to fall into two camps where there's the people like you who are like, it's just got to go. It's too much. And then there's also people that are kind of like, oh, I don't mind this long hair
Embrace
thing.
it.
Yeah, embrace it. It's also funny that I think everybody's, this is not an issue you have, but everybody's clean down here still. Everyone's like, I'm seeing people with like really nice trimmed beards and whatnot. And then this is just a disaster. And it's like, that's inconsistent. You can't have one looking good and one looking real ratty.
I tried growing some facial hair. I gave it a week, and I looked at it in the mirror, and I was like,
don't worry. This didn't happen until well after college. For whatever reason. So no worries there. What have you been doing outside of I'm sure you're going to tell me, I've been hitting the cage, I've been taking swing.
Yeah.
Okay, aside from all those very cliche answers, what have you been up to?
Yeah. Other than all that,
Yeah.
lifting,
Coaches are
backyard doing my
coaches are
thing.
very happy to hear that, and every scout that's listening right now is very impressed. I get it. If I hear another kid say, "I'm taking swings on the tee," I'm going to be like, "Okay, great. You read from the playbook." But what have you been up to other than that?
I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, to be honest with you. I'm a big Fortnite player, always have been, and then all my friends are hopping back onto the game now since there's nothing else to do. So we've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately.
You willing to share the gamer tag so people can invite all the smoke, or are you more of a friendly player?
Well, yeah, I'll accept anything. My gamer tag's weird though. It's got some weird sideways smiley face, and then it's just Garrett and another sideways smiley face.
All right,
So if you really
so how
want
about this? Can you leave it
to
as
go
a
deep,
leave it as a comment below the video when it ends up coming out on Instagram?
hmm
Deal. Fair enough.
or you can DM me with your gamer tag, and
And see, that's not
we'll run
inviting
it up.
all the smoke. That makes people have to go a step. I
Yeah,
want you
true.
all in or all out. Give me
I'm all
this.
in.
Yeah, deal.
It's just weird because like I play on the computer.
Okay.
And like your certain gamer tag you can have on the computer, you can have like weird characters and stuff.
You can have a little different setup than you can with an
Yeah,
Xbox or
and, like, you
PlayStation.
can't like just put it in on an Xbox or PS4. So
Fair
all my
enough.
friends have to be like, "Oh, what's your gamer tag?" So I can add you.
It shows how little I know about gaming culture. I have been very. I mean, I still got. For me, this has been. I brought back the N64.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's. Trust me, man. This studio is hooked up. I got the Switch. I got an N64. I got a PlayStation. Like, society's never gonna see me again. I'm gonna be a shut
You got
in.
it nice up there.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's real nice. I mean, I miss sports thoroughly, and I'm going absolutely insane. But I got it nice, I suppose. Until then, on a little bit more serious note and a little bit more somber note, you guys are the only senior class of high school to have ever had a global pandemic shut down your spring seasons and all that kind of stuff. So nobody has a framework for saying it's going to be okay. X, Y, and Z happened to me, and you'll make it through just like we did. So
Yeah.
for you as a high school senior, man, what have been the emotions? What have been the reality? Like, what's been on your mind and your heart the last couple of weeks?
At first I was really sad about it, and but the recruiting process was still so like much in my mind that like it kind of took my mind a little off of everything being canceled. But now after my recruiting and everything being done with, and I'm looking back on it, it is really sad because we did a lot to try to change the culture at Del Norte. We had a really really talented group this year, and there will be more talent in the future, but we were really confident in what we had this year, and you know everyone was bought in completely on what we were trying to do, our message, the seniors to the underclassmen, and it definitely hurts for everything to be cut off from us.
So if I put you back in a room with your team or maybe the underclassmen or your student body or just friends, what would you say?
I would tell them that, just because we're moving on and we're seniors doesn't mean that we're not going to be there for them anymore. We're still going to be around the program. I've told my head coach this, that I still want to be involved. I still want to see great success in the program in the future, and you won't see the last of me. I'll be around.
He'll be back.
Yes.
I don't know if the Terminator references mean anything to your generation, because
It means enough for me to know.
Okay,
I know
fair
what
enough.
you're saying.
Fair enough. That man was also our governor at one point too, which is a little bit before your time as well. It's all sorts of terrifying living in this state at times. Man, I look. I wish there was an end to these interviews always saying like, "Hey, we'll see you on X, Y, or Z date for another chance to play." But that's that's the heartbreaking part of all this. So I really appreciate you sharing a lot of your thoughts with us. Appreciate you sharing a little bit of your time with us. Let us know as soon as Dad decides to just take a weed whacker to all of that. Folks, there's a lot of high school athletes out there that had their seasons cut short just like Garrett did. So they need your support. They need your well wishes. They need just positive thoughts. This kid in particular is declaring he'll be back. So you're going to see a lot more of him here in San Diego. But thankfully, he's staying in California to play baseball at the Division I level. Final note. I just always like to give baseball players a chance to say, will we see you playing for the Padres someday?
That'd be the goal.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that would be.
Just as
That'd
long
be
as you're not
amazing.
going to side with the Dodgers or Giants, we're fine with it, and we will still wholeheartedly support you as a city. Garrett, thank you so much for being on with us, folks. A lot of top recruits out there that need your support. This is just another one of them, but there's so many great athletes who are going to be representing San Diego at the next level next year. It's really awesome to see. Talk to you soon, sports fans.